The functional n-squared diagram represents the logical data flow for a system or system segment and is available for entities in the function class. Part of the behavioral representation set, the n-squared diagram displays the functions performed and items passed between the functions. On a functional n-squared diagram, the child functions are shown on the main diagonal, forming an n by n matrix of cells. The order of functions on an n-squared diagram is computed by traversing the structure of the parent function, as shown graphically in an activity diagram or EFFBD. The structure is traversed left to right, with parallel and select constructs traversed one branch at a time, top to bottom. If desired, you can manually change and manage the order using the Change Node Position command in the right-click menu. This can be useful for clustering analysis. Items that are output from a function are shown in the functions row. Items that are input to or trigger a function are shown in the functions column. If multiple items are output from and input to or trigger the same pair of functions, multiple items will be shown in the same cell, separated by a dotted line. If no items are exchanged between a pair of functions, the item cell will be empty. The n-squared diagram has been extended to display external inputs and outputs, which represent external interfaces for this function. Items appearing in the top row are inputs or triggers for the function that either are output by a function not displayed on this diagram or are not output by any function at all. Similarly, items in the right-hand column are outputs that are either input to or trigger a function not displayed on this diagram, or are not input to or trigger any function in the system model. This extension of classic n-squared diagrams provides valuable context, but can be toggled off in project preferences as desired. When using the default order for the function order, items above the diagonal classically represent feed forward in your system logic. Items below the diagonal represent feedback.